That same day, a man was walking in the forest when he heard a faint voice coming from underground. He stood still, listening carefully. "Help!" His heart pounded as he dropped to his knees and started digging. After minutes of desperate digging, he found a child barely alive. She was covered in dirt, her body weak and cold. He brushed off the soil from her face and lifted her into his arms. "Who could do such a thing?" he whispered to himself, his eyes filled with tears. The man had no children of his own, and he and his wife had been praying for a child for years. He rushed her to the hospital, using all the money he had to save her life. When she was discharged, he took her home and told his wife everything. She was a kind woman and welcomed the child with open arms. Together, they raised her as their own, showering her with love and care. Years passed, and the girl grew up to be a brilliant and compassionate young woman. She worked hard and became a doctor, dedicated to saving lives. One day, an old man was rushed into the hospital in an emergency. She quickly examined him and found that he was suffering from a heart attack. She turned to his wife and said, "We need to start treatment immediately. Please bring the money so we can save him." "We don't have that kind of money," she sobbed. The doctor felt a strange sense of sorrow as she watched the woman cry. That night, she went home and told her parents, "I want to help this man with my own money." Her father placed his hand on her shoulder and said, "Go on, my daughter. God bless you." She treated the man, not knowing that he was the father who had tried to kill her years ago. Days later, the old man recovered and asked to meet the doctor who had saved his life. When she entered his room, she felt an odd sense of familiarity, but she ignored it. "Tomorrow, you will be discharged," she said kindly. But the old man suddenly broke down in tears. His wife, concerned, asked, "Are you not supposed to be happy that you're alive?" Then he finally confessed, "I am the one who killed our daughter." His wife screamed and fainted. The doctor's heart pounded in her chest. "What did you say?" she demanded. Her father, the man who had raised her, stepped forward. "Daughter," he said softly, "there's something you need to know." She stared at him, fear gripping her heart. "You are not our biological daughter," he admitted. Tears streamed down her face as she turned to the old man. "Are you the one? Did you try to kill me?" The old man fell to his knees. "I am sorry," he wept. "I love you with all my heart." She turned away, sobbing. Her adoptive father spoke, "My daughter, I have never asked you for anything. Please, forgive him." After a long silence, she whispered, "I forgive you." Everyone embraced, crying together. In the end, they all moved into one house, living together as a family, and the lost daughter, once abandoned and buried, found love, forgiveness, and peace. She later married and lived happily ever after. In this story, we learn that a child's worth is beyond gender. This shows that every child, regardless of gender, has value and potential. Thank you for watching our video.